Buongiorno. Good morning. It's a very beautiful morning from my side. The sky is not that clear, but we thank God. It's winter time, so it's a bit chilly and cold, but a little bit sunny. But the temperatures are always cold. But I believe where you are, the weather is cool and you're doing well. So welcome to Papa Colo Podcast. I will always serve it hot as I promise. And as usual, we are going to deal with issues that affect us, real life issues, not imaginary situations, but what affects me and what affects you as a lady, as a gent, as an old man, in whatever sphere of life you are in matters age and social status. There are things which affect us all. So basically today we are going to talk about mental health. And this mental health, please allow me, I may be more inclined to the male gender, as we say, but at least at the end of the day, I believe we are going to get a point or two from this conversation. So welcome to Papa Colo Podcast. Let's do it again. So as usual, let's do our thing in 3, in 2, and in 1. Click that red button. I hope you have subscribed. I hope we are going to grow this family. So today, I really want us to talk about what affects us as a people. Having been raised, najua kuzaliwa huko Africa ama where we come from, the African culture, tradition, there are some things that we have grown up, especially people who grew up in the late 90s, 80s, 70s, even mostly those people. We have been brought up in a manner that there are some things men should do and women should do, and there are some some roles that can be shared maybe and such things. So it's kind of, we try to understand what we should be doing. For instance, if before I go even to the main, maybe I have 5 or 6 points to put across to correct our mental health. Maybe it may work for you, it may work for someone else who will be watching this video or listening to this podcast. So, nowadays people say, for instance, just a quick one. You are a lady, you have your friends, and then one lady, maybe a friend lady of yours, asks you, can we have dinner at your place? Then you say, okay, we can go to my boyfriend's place and maybe we have these and these. And then when you are there, as the ladies, maybe you're cooking and you welcome them. Unfortunately, you live, maybe to put this context right, you live with that guy, and maybe you have the that dirty clothes basket or whatever thing you use for that, or at the balcony you have dirty clothes, and the house is not clean, utensils are not done. But then this guy, boyfriend of that friend of yours, is just a cool guy, and maybe he is okay with the lady she lives with. The lady maybe has not done those chores. I don't know why they have not done that, but I'm not saying that it is the mandate, but they are living together as partners. Just a random question. In that scenario, when you take maybe that friend of yours has invited you and you see dirty clothes and you are a lady, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? You may not ask that person, but what I think may be going through your mind is, why does this lady leave dirty clothes? Why is she not cleaning the utensils? Why is this house dirty? I don't mean the guy cannot do that, but naturally, as a lady, even you as a lady, or even if it's a man, it's normal, it's natural that we'll be asking questions. Why does this girlfriend avoid doing this and this? Why don't she do this and this? And maybe later on, when you become feministic in one way or another, then you start asking yourself questions that maybe even the guy could have done this and all this and this. But naturally, from our makeup, genetic makeup, there are some things which come naturally, because we have been raised in such a manner. But at the end of the day, people will look for a way to bash on the guy as well. But I'm not saying that guys, you don't do your things, you don't do your clothes and dishes. You do them. But as much as you live with someone, they should be helping. I should not put this so sweetly. I'm not going to run today. They should be doing that, because if the same lady misses one meal a night, one dinner, one lunch, and maybe she's going to tell the whole world how she slept hungry, how she never takes dinner, how she misses breakfast because she has a weak man, a man who cannot provide. But when they don't do the chores, we feel like, no, let's become feministic, let's bash on this guy. Why should he not do this and this? Is this a role not for them? Anyway, all that aside, I know you got my context. But how can we deal with mental health issues? Because as a lady or as a man, if you have a friend, if you're a lady, you're dating someone, you can easily notice that your guy is not mentally right, or how can I call it, stable. When you have an angry man, always angry, your man is angry, is ranting, is answering you in a harsh way, these are the red flags you should be noticing, that this man is not right, is going through difficult issues or tough situations. No, it's not easy for men, including myself, to just start explaining everything to our ladies. Naturally, it's not our thing. Maybe I am here living with my girlfriend. I have pressure from my family, my back at home, black tax issue. I need to help do this. I need to many things. And as much as I'm not saying those things should not be done, I may be doing them, but I try to balance finances. I may not provide exactly what I should be doing, but I will try to ensure that both my family, as my girlfriend, or my family, and the family that I'm trying to look at, because we have to take care of these parents. We have our siblings and all this, so we cannot avoid that. So many issues go through men's brains, and you can notice that in the way they behave. But that is not the main point for today. But we want a solution to this, because some go to further extents of hurting their ladies. Ladies many have become victims of gender-based violence, not because they didn't notice these red flags. Some know that this man is angry, and they go on to question and quarrel them and ask them, some tough questions. Where were you and all this? Maybe a man just decided to go have a drink because the mental stability is not okay. But I'm not advocating that you go to drink because you are mentally disturbed. But how can we do this? So, good part is, please, men, get talking. Point number one, get talking. Please, talk. Have a friend. Your mother, your dad, sibling. If they are not your best friends, have a friend outside there. Someone at least you can open, as much as you may not say it all, at least share part of your story. Because sharing is caring. So when you share, in one way or another, your heart becomes relieved. I think ladies are strong in this, and that's why, to some extent, I say I am a scientist, but I cannot prove this because I've not done any experiment or research on this. To some extent, ladies manage their anger in such way. They have friends. We call it, they go to gossip, but as they gossip, they relieve some of their pain and anger and all these issues. At the end of the day, they smile always. But look at men around you. Almost, especially men who have finished their undergraduate or they have finished higher education, they are looking for jobs. They need to make a life. They need to support people. They need to make, to buy something, a car. There's social pressure. There's personal pressure, many issues. We are always angry. Always angry. How can you save this generation? So get talking, men. Men, look for a friend. And if you cannot trust someone, at least look, even if it's someone you never know, someone who is not even from your family, is not a relative. Even if you tell them anything and everything, you just met someone, just tell them your story, forget about it because they don't know you. They just share. In such a manner, you'll get 1 or 2 words, maybe good, mostly good. You at the end of the day, you make a decision. Number 2, as men, please, these 2 ladies, be there for the men in your life. Not only ladies, but even men, fellow men. Be there for men in your life. What do I mean that you should be there for men in your life? If you see a friend, a colleague of yours, at work, school, you see that this man looks disturbed, or maybe they are engaging in some activities just to relieve the pain and the anger they have, please help them. If you see a friend who has never taken alcohol or started drinking, someone who has never gone to these nightclubs is now going to nightclubs often now, please be there for them. If it's a man, please talk to them. If it's a lady and your man has started behaving in such a way, maybe coming home late, taking alcohol and you never knew that they were taking alcohol, using drugs, abusing drugs and such, please talk to them. If possible, look for, mental, how do we call them, counselors. Please talk to, because for men, it's very difficult for us to seek help. Very, very difficult for a man to go seek help. Ni ngumu sana mwanaume kutembea kuanza kuuliza counselor, unajua mimi niko na shida na bibi yangu, mimi niko na hii na hii na hii. Ni ngumu sana. Lakini our ladies, it's easy to talk to their pastors, to their mothers, to their friends. It's easy. So men, look for someone to talk to. There are people who are professional in this and such. I'm not a professional, but I'm just giving a random tips because I believe they will help in one way or another. Yes. Number 3, focus on being yourself and not just a man. Jaribu kujifahamu wewe mwenyewe, sio tu kuwa mwanaume. Natumai mnaelewa hii maneno. Kwa sababu, basically, what I'm trying to say is, some men, because we are angry, we know maybe someone has some mental issues, has pressures in life. When we are with our friends, they are maybe at the clubs, we're having fun at parties. They are always ready to fight, ready to start that commotion, violence, You want to show how manly you are. You want to abuse people here and there. Okay. If it's about boys who drive, men who drive, they are driving at high speeds, Men, you will kill yourself in all these things. You start a fight in a club, someone knocks you with a bottle of beer, you're dead. You drive carelessly, you get an accident, you're dead. With your mental issues and all the problems you're going through, you're adding even more pressure to the people who are living. Calm down, relax, or it's going to be well. So focus on being yourself. If it's time to say no to someone, if your friends told you, Kolo, let's go, for instance, let's go have a drink somewhere, let's go for silly stuff sometimes, tell them no. If you feel that, tell them no. Nobody's going to kill you, man. Don't give somebody, that I can do it everything. You cannot do everything as a man. Some things, just leave them. Let other men do. Let anybody else do. Just tell them no. No is a genuine answer. Not sometimes. Mostly it is the most genuine answer. Most people have been told yes, they end up crying and regretting why they were told such. So we should focus on being men and being ourselves and not just men. And number 4, please men, focus on getting help. Help can come from anybody. Ulizia usaidizi kwa mtu yoyote. Talk to your parents. Talk to your close people. I think I've already highlighted such a point. Have a conversation. Time like this when I'm talking, write a comment there. Next time we share, that's how we share. Say what you're going through. We will look for one way or another to iron out some issues, because when you see men seated together, it's not always about football. It's not always about women. We are people who can help each other in matters mental health, and I advocate for this. Sit, have a coffee once in a week, once in a while. Have a sit with your boys club, as we usually say. Talk, share, wambie. But as well, I'm sorry to say this. Do not disclose everything. If it's some things, do not disclose. You know the extent to which you should disclose. What is affecting you mostly. What you can handle yourself, but what needs to be disclosed. Because if you are married and you start disclosing to people how your wife maybe is doing, she's not doing cleaning, all these things. Some things, as a man, go tell your woman, I'm not happy because you don't clean. I like a clean house. I like my things arranged. Go tell them. Don't disclose too much again. But what affects your mental health and you cannot handle yourself, ask for help. Help is there. The world has many avenues for help. Many men, point number 5, avoid alcohol, drugs, and any other substance that you may abuse in the name of, I'm trying to get rid of the pressure in my life. Drugs, alcohol do not make you stop thinking about issues in your life. In a moment or in a while, maybe 2-3 hours, maybe if you are going to sleep, you take a beer or vodka. Yes, you will sleep. Not because you forgot all those things. It's because you are intoxicated. You are drunk. But in the morning when you wake up, the first thing that will come is the same issues in your life. So do not rely more on the drugs and all these things. In fact, they are going to affect your health. You have a mental problem. Now you're going to have a mental and health problem. Maybe your liver is not going to function. You're going to be impaired in one way or another. You're not going to function clearly. You're going to give impaired judgment. You are hallucinated. Please, drugs do not help. There are some who may engage in sexual activities just to have women to sleep with here and there. Remember, at the end of the day, those memories will remain in your head, and then you will regret someday. Yes, there is nothing which sex does not relieve mental disorders. It's just like a game. It's like just football. You play for that moment, you are happy, and later on, if you get an injury in football, you're going to nurse it alone. If you get an injury playing those, engaging in numerous women just to relieve the pressures in your head, they don't. Those are false hormones within you that may lead you to the grave. Itakupeleka bwana 6 feet down. So, as this is what I do. Engage. Number 6, engage in activities. Play. Wanaume chezeni. Hakuna mwanaume mwenye hajui kucheza. Shika hiyo ball, piga hiyo direction yenye tumbo inaelekea, piga na hiyo direction. Si lazima ujue kucontrol ball, si lazima ujue kucheza volley fiti, si lazima ujue kucheza TT fiti. We gonga tu hiyo kitu. In the 1-2 hours you're going to do that. If you are, I used to do, sometimes I used to go to the gym because of the pressures I had in my life. Man, if you go hit the gym so hard, you will not have a minute. If you do it maybe in the evening after work, doing something, and you feel like, I have a lot in my head, in my brains, hit the gym so hard. At the end of the night, before you go to sleep, your muscles will be so tired that the only thing you need is food and a cold shower. And you'll sleep. And if you manage that day in, day out, you will know how to manage your anger. You'll know how to manage your excess energy. And it's going to help you, man. It's going to help you, ladies. It helps. Get moving. Walk when you feel like, put on your earphones. The streets, if you're in places where the streets are well made, these are maybe a garden somewhere. Walk. Listen to the birds chirping on the trees. Look at the sky. Look at the trees. Count ants. Hesabu watu. At the end of the day, it helps. It relieves most of the pressures that we go through in our lives. So Not so much for that. Last but not least, I think point number 7, you should sleep well. Men, laleni fiti. There are sometimes we say that mwanangu unalala saa 8 kwani wewe ni mtoto, masaa 8 kwani wewe ni mtoto. As much as you hustle, we fight, we want to make our families happy. Please get at least 7-8 hours to sleep. The body needs to relax. Do not get yourself over pressure. You will die, and that's the reason why men die early. We die at an early age. We leave single mothers here and there. Please focus on yourself. At the end of the day, it's your health. The same body that feeds you, it is the same body that needs to rest. Even a car needs rest time. After some mileage, there is service that should be offered to the car. So who are you? You're not a machine. Kichoka lala. Usijiue bana. Relax. Life is not that hard. Go have a coffee, have a drink, sleep, rest well before you go to work. Lastly, men know how to manage your anger. Jua ku manage hasira zako. Almost every man is so bitter most of the time because I don't know whether it's natural, but it's not good. I'm not saying that we should always be angry, but it's natural that when someone does something wrong to you, you should react sometimes, but know how to manage that. I'm one person who is learning that hard, that sometimes I need to control my anger because I'm not a very good anger manager, but nowadays I'm learning because I know when I'm very angry, I end up doing things which I regret. And those are some of the issues which create the mental issues that we are facing today. So, it's better to live a better life. It's better to be free from mental issues. I've given a few points, but I know that you know what works best for you. Do not stay there. Do not be engulfed. Do not be enclosed within some cultural cocoons. Not thinking outside the box. It's written nowhere that a man shall not share to a lady. I know some cultures say that when a man has issues, you can only share with men. But if you have a lady you trust in the name of your wife, girlfriend, if you have one, share. If you have friends, share. As long as I said, you know the extent of what you share. But if you really need someone to open up to everything, talk to Christ. Christ, sometimes I say, not sometimes, it's true. When you feel that you cannot say some things to a human being, close yourself in a closet, in your crib. Bana, omba tu. Omba, ukiongea na Mungu ni kama ako hapo. Mwambie hizo shida zako. Mwambie hizo vitu zenye umefanya zenye ungetaka usamehewe. Some things are so tough to explain to human beings. Talk to Christ as if you're talking to someone. Mark my words, it will relieve most of the issues you have. But what needs to be shared amongst us, let's share, let's help each other because we are the same people make mistakes. Sometimes I make mistakes, I learn from them. We learn mostly from experiences. Some learn from through observation, some learn through being taught. But if you learn in whatever manner, in whatever way you learn, try to learn something. At the end of the day, a stable mind is a stable life. And as we always say, try to live better, love better, keep surviving within that context, and may you have a good week as we focus on men's mental health. And lastly, do not forget to celebrate Men's Day. Men's Day. It's usually November 19th. Bwana, tumezoea kusherekea wanawake tu, Mother's Day, kuna hadi Ladies Day, Valentine's Day, tunasema tu ni hao wanawake tu. Ladies and gentlemen, mostly ladies, appreciate your men. Celebrate them. Kids, siblings, celebrate your fathers. Some of the issues they are going through is because we show that we hate them. Ongea na babako, talk to your fathers. Gift them. They also human. They need good things. Not only ladies to buy them clothes and all this. Buy your dad a suit, good shoes. Those people are going to be happy, and at the end of the day, we are going to have a good and better family. Bye-bye. Until next time. Keep safe. Ciao, ciao.